Hey guys! Today I decided to do a little different eye look than my norm. You probably have noticed I tend to lean towards like the warmer tones, and so I thought, you know what? I'm kind of bored of looking at myself wearing that, and you're probably kind of bored of seeing me do the same kind of color schemes. So I decided to do something completely different. As you can see, I decided to do cooler tones today. So I am going to jump in and show you what I did. I am using let me get this up here for you. This is my BH Cosmetics Matter Neutrals. It's a 28 color eyeshadow palette, and they are all mattes. So this will be an all matte look today as well. My last look that you've seen was also all matte, so I guess I'm doing something kind of the same as I've already done, but completely different tones, so it's not the same. Little confession, you know how sometimes like as you're wearing your eyeshadow it darkens a little? Well, I got all ready and did this one eye, and the plan today was basically just I was going to take my youngest to his basketball game, do a little bit of running around, and then my husband sent me a text and said the kids' games are canceled for today because we've got snow happening that I'm actually really excited about because I love snow, and we've had just bare brown, ugly ground. So I'm actually thrilled that it's been snowing all day. It's beautiful, but it does mean that where we live, there's a lot of back roads. The school that was coming is like over an hour away, and so everything just kind of got canceled. So that means I was getting ready kind of for nothing, but not really, because I still could film. But then I was like, oh my gosh, I wasn't planning on cooking dinner, but now my whole family's gonna be home for dinner, so I decided to like put together this chicken marinade and ran and did that stuff, and now I'm back. So we'll see, because like I was saying, sometimes as you're wearing it, it gets a little bit darker or whatever, so we'll see if when I put this on, if my eyes match up. But you'll still see what I did, and then after a while my eyes will start to look like each other, right? All right, so to start out, I just went ahead and took, up at the top here, there's this kind of really light kind of tan shade just as my base to lay down on my eyelid here. But yeah, it's funny how quickly plans can change. I was scrambling like, oh, I got to get ready to go somewhere, and I want to get some filming done, and I'm not going to have time, and there's just all these different things, and then it's like, in a second, everything's different. So fortunately, it wasn't it wasn't something major. So kind of nice that now we just get to be home, because a lot of times we are not home together lately. Our schedules are so crazy. So I'm excited to have dinner, sitting down together as a family. And I told my husband, we're playing games tonight. We're like doing family night up, because I feel like this disconnect with how busy we've been, and I hate that, so I'm looking forward to it. Okay, next up, I went in with this very light gray here. I almost would even just, at this point, maybe skip this step, because I did it before, and I went over it like 10 times, and I'm like, this does not seem to be doing what I had hoped it would. So then I ended up going into a different color, but I figured I better do them both the same way, or it can have an impact on what it'll end up looking like. So, but if I had to do it over again, I don't know if I would even bother with this super light gray right here so much. As you can see, I take it all the way up almost to my eyebrow, because it's a really light color, and because I have so much space between my eyebrow and down because of the hood, I like to get color up high, because that helps it not look like it's just such a big blank space. And then I went in with this next shade over of gray, and that's really where I started building and seeing a little more definition happening. This video I'm doing chatty again. I mean, I may kind of cut through if there's some really mundane times, or I get like, you just get where you're like, what do I talk about right now? But I decided I would try a little chatty until I hear back with you guys on what you prefer. If you like the more chatty, eye tutorial type things, or if you just would prefer to see how I'm doing it and move on. Or a mixture, if you would like sometimes for it to be that way and other times for me to just shut my mouth, then I'm totally cool with that. I want to do what's like interesting to you guys, not, I don't want you to be like, oh my gosh, I just want to see this eye look and want her to shut up. So that's what I want your feedback for. And I did take this down like into the corner down here just to bring color all the way around. All right. Next up, I went into this darker gray over here. And that is where I'm kind of going to create my crease. Really define it. I decided I didn't want to get too crazy though because of it being the darker colors. I also don't want my eye to look like closed in or like I'm trying to be real sexy, like date night look when I'm going to my 7th grade son's basketball game. That could be a little obnoxious. But now I could just do it up because I'm not going to a basketball game, but I'll just stick with what I have going here. I'll look really nice for dinner with my husband and boys at home though, right? And game night. Mom getting all fancy for game night. I could just pretend like I got dressed up just for them. They're smarter than that. They'll be like, Mom, why aren't you in pajamas with your hair pulled up and your face looking all crazy? Or like a face mask on or something. A sheet mask, something like that. They know. I'm not somebody who just gets all dressed up to sit at home. However, these days, more often than I used to, simply because of filming things. Like, I'm not going to come on here in my pajamas looking all scrubby. So there have been times where I haven't actually been like going somewhere, but I've gotten myself a little more together. All right, that's enough of that. So next up, I went ahead and went into that same gray color over here that I just did for the crease and just kind of darkening up this outer edge here. Give it some definition. Nothing too crazy, just keeping it simple. I'm not taking color like all the way into the inner corner, like just besides that very first where I kind of drug some. I'm just keeping that light over there. And my stomach is growling, I don't know if you heard that. And then I am going to take this, oh yeah, this like navy blue color. I never use these kind of colors in my eyes, which is why I decided to do it today, because I was like, why just keep doing the same thing you always do? Like, I don't know, I get bored. I'm somebody, my hair has been a million different colors, all different lengths. I had it super short for years. I don't know, I just get like bored with things. I don't want to look at myself looking exactly the same all the time. So that's something I really love about makeup is you can just like, you can go crazy with it. Do something different. Who cares? And who cares if you go somewhere and feel like people are looking at you like, what's she doing? You're like, this is what I'm doing. Like, feel good about yourself. Don't let other people like define what you should be wearing or doing. Like, I wear what I want. I've always been that way, but I have to say, like, in high school and stuff, I'm just going to blend this out. I remember I used to have people say to me, like, I love how you dress. Like, you wear funky stuff and you don't care. Now, mind you, this was in the 90s, and I used to wear my dad, who, okay, I'm barely 5'1" and weighed a lot less than. And my dad is 6'5" and like, you know, was like 280 at the time. And I used to wear his shirts. I don't know why. Yeah, that was what you did in the 90s. But I would do funky stuff. I was like all about going to the thrift store and getting, you know, jeans. I was getting to a super like 70s stage, which I still love clothes from the 70s. I can't help it. So I would go to thrift stores and get like 70s clothes, and I would just like sew little like seed beads on by the pockets and put patches on them. I used to like embellish my jeans And like, I did not care. I wore crazy stuff and I loved every minute of it. I had fun. And that's how I feel like makeup and clothes should be fun. I hate to, why would you want to put something on that you just feel like, ugh, when you put it on? Like, I don't think that's, I mean, I understand like sometimes there's bigger issues happening if you're not feeling comfortable with your weight or there's something like that. Like I've been there most, like the majority of my, well, really almost all of my adult life, I've been there. And, but I still am a firm believer in finding something that makes you feel good. Don't have stuff in your closet that you don't enjoy wearing. Life's too short for that. Like that stuff is for like when you're at home and like slumping around your house. When you go out, feel good about yourself. Like do your hair, do your makeup, if that's what you like to do. I'm not saying everyone needs to do that, but like do what makes you feel good, not for the benefit of what others think, but because it makes you feel good. Because I guarantee there's probably things that people look at on me and are like, what is she thinking? I'm thinking I like it, and that's all that I'm really concerned about. So now I'm going to go back in with this light gray color again, and I'm going to put that all over the lid. I'm going to keep things bright here since we're doing so dark around the other part. Did you see how fast that, like, this came together? Like, it wasn't a big production of an eye look, like, as far as up here. And right now, I feel like I look a little bit crazy in the, when I see in the camera, but it's truly not in person. Okay, so then I am going to take this little angled brush here. I am going to go back into this navy blue, and I am going to very close to the upper lash line, just line that to give a little definition up there. Don't want to go out too far from it because that will definitely close my eye in. I don't want that. I like big, bright eyes. Like looking awake. Seems more useful. And you know I'm trying to look useful. On that note though, I have to say, I am not someone, and if you like plastic surgery and stuff, that's your deal, like that's totally fine. For me, for myself, I just truly like believe we were meant to age, or not truly believe, I know we were meant to age. And okay, I'm going to go back into that again and now do the lower lash line. And I feel like the majority of the time, like, let's talk celebrities because that's who everyone sees who's had plastic surgery and work done like that. I don't feel like when they get it done that it makes them look younger. It just makes them look different. And I don't know that it's necessarily good. And I think people try so hard to look younger. We're not supposed to look younger as we get older. We're supposed to look older. And like, yeah, I mean, I don't, as much as I can, you know, do different things to not have, you know, my lines around my eyes be super prominent and things like that. Like, yeah, I like to do stuff like that and keep myself, you know, whatever, looking youthful in that way. But I will never be someone who does like the plastic surgery route because, like, I like that people age. I like when I look at my grandmas, I like their wrinkles. I like those things about them. It softens people, and it just, I don't know, like, I want to be a grandma that's a little old wrinkly grandma who does her hair and makeup and feels good about herself, but looks like a grandma, like not like a scary, my head pulled back, facelift grandma. Like, that's not the kind of grandmas I have, and that's not the kind of grandma I want to look like. But like I said, you do what you want to do. I'm not knocking people. I'm just saying, like, that's for me. Oh, I'm going into this dark gray color with the smudger brush here, and I'm going just below that line I just did with the navy blue, just to kind of soften the edges a little bit. My stomach is going crazy. I don't know if you can hear it. I don't think I'm hungry. Well, I guess I haven't eaten in a while. I don't feel hungry. Okay. Then I am going to take this little tiny brush. I'm going to go into this like white color down here. And I'm going to use that to highlight my brow bone. I got a little piece of something there. No, but yeah, like I like wrinkles on old people. It's like a, I don't know, like a comforting thing to me in some weird sort of way. It's just, I'm not scared to get old. Like, I like to look as young as I can with just, you know, using makeup and different things like that, but I don't care about, you know, as I get older, trying to hide that I'm older. Like, it happens to all of us. Hate to tell you. But you can let it happen gracefully and joyfully, or you can obsess over it, and I'm just not willing to obsess over it. Alright, so that is that for that. I keep all these plastic sheets, and I keep them inside my palettes, because then the lid doesn't get dirty when it's shut. I'm such a nerd. If only I was that like particular about other things with like housekeeping. My husband's always like, you pick the weirdest things to like obsess over. Yeah, I know. Alright, this I will do off camera because I hate what it looks like, but I am going to tightline my upper lash line with just black eyeliner. Okay, now I'm going to take my NYX Wonder Pencil and I'm going to line my lower waterline here. I love how this like brightens up your eye by not having like the darkness on the inner rim. However, I have to say, if you do like too many passes, it does start to sort of clump in your eyelashes. So you don't want to like go crazy with it. Just get the color and be done. Like, otherwise it like leaves a weird residue-y thing in your eyelashes. All right, then I'm going to curl my lashes. This is my first day using my new Creme Shop lash curler, and I have to say it gets so much closer to the lash line than my last one did. So I have a secret, not a secret, I have a wonderful thing to share. I did not have to, but I mean, what I typically do is curl my lashes, put on mascara, and curl them again. I didn't have to do that today because I don't know if you can see right now without mascara on what it did to my eyelashes. Maybe I just needed a new lash curler this whole time. So now I'm excited because it's one less step to my getting ready routine every day. And I'm all about that. So I'm just getting my lashes all nice and dark here. My stomach thunders. Now I think I want to go eat something. My husband has been buying me this, like, I love hummus anyway, but he has been buying me this taco flavored hummus. Have you had taco flavored hummus? If you haven't had it and you like hummus, you need to have it. It is so good. Like, I love it with sugar snap peas and like baby carrots, and I use like these gluten-free sea salt like cracker things in it sometimes, or even like tortilla chips. Oh man, it's so good. But yeah, well, there it is. Easy as that. And I really like how it turned out. Which, it's funny that I said that this side would probably appear darker because it's been on longer, but now I feel like it's not appearing darker, which is kind of strange. I don't really know what happened there, but if you do your eyes both at the same time and not wait half an hour in between the two of them, you're more likely to have them look the same. There, I think I fixed it. Just add a little dark there. But yeah, I actually, like, I never reached for cool tones. It's not something I do. I think it's because I'm like I just get this picture in my head of like blue eyeshadow from the 80s. And I'm like, oh gosh, I don't want to do that. So I like don't ever gravitate toward like the cooler, like blue or gray type tones. I know there's other tones that are cool. They're not blue and gray, but that's like what my mind thinks of when I think of cool tones. And so I never reach for that. But like I decided to do it today and I actually really, really like it. I feel like it kind of draws my eyes, which is funny because my eyes fluctuate between blue and green depending on what I'm wearing. And it's funny that doing that color with the blues and like my blue shirt, I feel like my eyes look really green today. So it's kind of funny how your eyes do that. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of this look. If you'd like to see me try some other like cool toned looks or just anything. If there's a type of look that you would like to see or you would like to see me try doing something like a different technique that you know about that you want to see if I can master it or not. Probably not. Like let me know. It would be fun. I'm totally up for anything. I'm like, this is fun to me. This is like playtime fun and I love it. And I'm really enjoying doing these videos for you guys. So yes, any suggestions you have, please give them to me. And I hope you like this kind of video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. I hope that if you aren't a subscriber already, that you will subscribe to my channel. And whether you're new or you've been kind of coming and watching, I hope you'll hit that notification bell because that ensures that you see every time I upload a video. And while I upload always on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, there may be other times I add something in there sometime during the week or on the weekend, and I don't want you to miss it. So please go ahead and do those things, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye.